So I'm not sure if you can see this well enough. It's kind of dark in here. But I have a huge project that I am about to start. Well, actually, I have already started. I put the first coat of, it's not really gesso, but it's a primer. I have a floor cloth here. It has a sticky back to the, or a skid-proof backing to it. And it's a raw piece of canvas that I've already put one layer of the primer on. And I'm getting ready to put the second layer on it. It's so big that I'm actually walking on it right now. And I am just going to paint away and create something really crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how it's going to come out. But isn't that what art's all about? Just experimenting and trying new things. I am going to tape my progress and we'll see how it goes. Right now, I have taped off the edges. It's a 1.5 inch tape all around the edges, and I hope to hem it in some way. I have no sewing machine, so I may have to call in some favors from some friends, or maybe I will just take the easy way out and use some of that iron-on film. Who knows what I'm going to do, but I'm going to use this for my art show coming up, and it's going to be a graffiti piece. It's going to be really awesome and really cool. I cannot wait to finish this. So stay tuned, and we're going to tape the progress and see how this cool floor cloth comes out. Now that I've destroyed my studio by putting plastic everywhere, and it looks kind of crazy right now, but it's all for a good purpose. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of graffiti writing on this this huge canvas, and I'm starting to add a little bit of color, and I've been spray painting with this little stencil that comes like with it's like a graph kit, but it's really cool to use as a stencil. You just simply like randomly spray on here. And just kind of lift it up, and it makes cool marks. So basically, as I'm beginning, I'm just covering up the canvas with words and a little bit of color, and I do have a design in mind, but at first I need to color up the canvas and get the white out of here, and the design is going to start to emerge as I start coloring in that blocking in the area. So definitely abstract, certainly a lot of fun, and very excited to see how this project evolves. So stay tuned and we'll see how it all progresses. Alright, hopefully you can see that this floor cloth has really morphed into something really truly crazy and fun and wild, and it's probably going to change about 100 times before I'm finished, but lots of fun. There's a lot of detail. A lot of writing underneath here. Totally cool, and it's about to change once again. Okay, so now my floor cloth has gone through yet another incarnation. What I've taken is some white paint, mixed it with a little bit of magenta, and created a kind of a warm, cool pink rather. And just started to cover back actually really the majority of this cloth, and what this will enable me to do is to start another layer almost on a clean canvas, but yet I'll still have a lot of elements from the first couple layers left, and I did kind of leave some areas highlighted that I did find especially appealing, but who knows, by the next layer they may disappear. So kind of like the hands over here, and this hand over here, we're just kind of reaching up towards the heart, so I'm going to try to preserve that if at all possible. I think that's kind of an interesting element. So as you can see, it's definitely progressing and it has a lot going on, but by the time it's done, it's going to all come together into a really funky abstract rug.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. Someday that it'll all turn out. You'll make me work so we can work to work it out. And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up.
Okay, so pretty much I am completed with this project. I've finished painting and I just applied the first coat of varnish. One interesting thing that kind of happened through the varnish, I think the varnish ate away some of the paint. So as you can see, look at this too, you can see some of the stuff that's underneath it, which before I put the varnish on, it was pretty much matte. So I'm not sure if it'll dry and the pink will come back over or if it's just going to show through, but I think it still has a pretty cool effect. You can see it on the 3-2 as well. But one thing I would do differently that I did not do here is really kind of decide on how I was going to finish the edges. I kind of had one idea and it turned into something totally different, and then I took the easy way out because this project has to be done in a couple of days. So this is really kind of a prototype, so I didn't really I mean, I wanted it to be done right, but I didn't have time to really finish it the way I had it originally intended. So all I did was I cut down the edges. I had 1.5 inches on the sides, and I just cut it down to the edges, and I came back and I finished it off with some black spray paint. So it does look somewhat finished. It just doesn't have the bound edges that I had originally thought it might. I did look into a couple different ideas, and I had a friend help me, and there happens to be a carpet place nearby, and they will bind the edges for me. It's cost like $1 per linear foot, I think it was, or maybe it was $2, but anyways, it would cost me about $80 to get this bound is what that boils down to. So either I get a sewing machine that I can do like seam the edges with myself, or I pay for it to get done, which really isn't a bad deal if you consider in the end, if I were to sell this, I probably could make my money back. But this right here is something I'm going to keep for myself personally. But down the road, I might do something similar that I would offer up to the public. So hopefully you enjoyed this little project with me, and definitely encourage you to try something like this on yourself. It's a lot of fun, and so many different ways you can interpret a graffiti theme, or really you can paint anything your heart desires. So just use your imagination.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility.